Hi everybody, this is going to be Nellie. This is Nellie the TroyBilt self-propelled mower. It had a horribly bunged up handle that I've had to already repair with some knobs I do like this handle that's adjustable to raise it up high for a tall person, which is what I am. There's 3 holes here, and you can pick the hole you want this knob to go in, and that sets the height for the user. It was missing one of these screws or bolts that goes and holds the handle on. I replaced this piece with the spare I had here and this piece because they were worn out. The handle was just all messed up. These things were gouged out. This one's still a little wonky, but it's good. It's good now. This is a will-do screw I've got in there. There's a square nut that slips in a groove there that holds this on, and those, if you ever take the knobs out, those can fall out. So I often see these with the knobs lost or out because that nut has fallen out. I'm always happy to see that the cable is not rusted and it appears to be working. Let me see if this moves when I... Yeah, it's not moving, but it's probably okay. It does appear to be contacting it. Obviously, I'll check that plug because people often adjust those wrong. She told me, the lady I got this from, that the cord's messed up, and it definitely needs to be upgraded and replaced. So we'll be looking at that. Let's go around this side. It doesn't have a discharge chute. There's a stick stuck under there. Let me get that out. Okay. And it takes a bag, but doesn't have the bag. It is missing the vanity cover, which is held on with 2 rough screws there and there. I probably have a spare one around here. I can fix it up, make it a little nicer. Need to clean some of the grunge off. I'm sure the air filter's bad, so let's take a quick look in there. Let me get my power drill here. Get a little 5/16 socket on this drill. And we're going to take a look at this filter. Probably is, my guess is it's never been changed. Yeah, I would say that needs help. Well, that will be thrown away. I'm always happy to see this. You may have seen one of my earlier ones on these self-priming Briggs & Stratton. This little arm runs over there and touches another arm that's attached to the muffler, and that arm over there is on a thermostat, heated, and when it gets hot, the metal expands and then slowly pushes this out of the way. And I always look to see if this just flops around, which it's supposed to. It's that tiny little spring pulls this back, and that allows this to choke. See, the choke is on, and so this should start if the fuel is right and the carburetor is good and all that, it would start. And then as soon as those hot gases start going out, the muffler, it very rapidly moves. The thermostat moves and pushes this out of the way, and then it's not being choked anymore, and it runs off of this throttle up here. Let me see if I can show you that. So it runs off of that throttle. So this all looks pretty good, really, for a whole really ugly mower I got. It's been used a lot. You can tell that by the loss of the tread on the self-propelled. I have no idea if the self-propelled even works. Let me go ahead and screw this back in enough to keep it in place. And I wanted to show you and explain to you why I do what I do. If you watched any of my videos, you know that my mowers are always tilted back on this work table. And my setup here is this is a card table that I've cut the legs off of to where it's about 1.5 feet or 2 feet. And I stair step the mower up. That way I'm not having to lift it, and I don't have to get a helper or get my wife to come and lift the mower and get it on the work table. I tilt it, get it on this surface, and then I tilt it again and get it on that surface. So it's like it's walking up a set of stairs. So this thing is here now, and then I use this surface to tilt the mower back. And a lot of these mowers are sort of balanced where you get them tilted back and they will stay in place. And this is one of those. So it's tilted well back. There's no fuel in this one. I did check that. But even with fuel, you know, unless it's slammed full, it might come out. But so this is good. You say, well, gee, why don't you tilt it on its side and work that way instead of tilting it back? Well, the reason for that is all the fluids. You've got gasoline and you've got oil in there. And by tilting this back, you get those fluids where you can work on this mower. If you tilt them on put them on their side and start moving the blade around, you're going to be throwing oil where it doesn't belong and fuel where it doesn't belong. And then you'd have to go back and clean all that up. As long as you tilt it back, then the oil is in the very rear of the crankcase, and the fuel, most of it, is going to drain out of the carburetor and back into the fuel tank. And so that's why I do this. That's what I recommend you do if you're going to work on these mowers. The blade on this looks pretty okay, 21-inch. I'll leave that on there for now. And like I said, it's self-propelled. And we'll see if it works. I may just squirt some starter fluid in here in a minute, but first I'll check a couple of things on it. So I just wanted you to see what we're dealing with here. So this is the first episode of Nellie, and this mower was given to me because it was so worn out, and she just traded it in on another one. So I got this thing. I'm going to try and bring it back to life, and it'll go to another homeowner and hopefully be cutting grass for them again. It may or may not be self-propelled. We'll find that out later. All right, so signing off for now, and come back and we'll see episode 2 of Saving Nellie.